What's up? It's been a while since an update video. Today we are going to be doing a project. Some of you guys may know I am a welder or fabricator by trade, and it's something I've been doing about 7 years now. And since the winter hasn't been the best for us snowmobiling, ice fishing wise, I've been doing some projects. I'm making a custom set of step bars here, Nerf bars for the Toyota Tundra. The ones that originally came with the truck were kind of They were more of a running board. They sit up against the body. I don't like that. And I think this is going to be a lot better design. It's going to be sort of a self-cleaning type step bar. This is all T6061 aluminum. I'm going to be welding with 4043 filler to try to keep the warping down. It's still going to have enough strength. It is a step bar. Majority of this is all 1/4 inch by 1 1/4, just flat stock, and 3/4 solid stock. So let's start this video off. You're gonna actually see me do something creative for once instead of just fishing. Let's get to it. So these are the original steps that came with the truck. They're more of a running board. They sit up against the body. I don't really care for that because it keeps a bunch of crap up against it. So everything here is made out of 1 1/4 wide by 1/4 inch thick T6061 aluminum at a bunch of 8-foot sections. This is 3/4 inch solid stock and T6061 as well. So everything had to be drilled out to a little over 3/4 of an inch to help give a little bit of tolerance for the solid stock itself, so it was easier to get pushed together. And here you can see I'm just test fitting everything up. All the rods are sticking out. It was a pretty good flush fit. Mainly these welds here are going to be plug welded, and then you're going to put a little stitch up on top. The actual solid stock sits in about an 1/8 inch, so that gives you a little more room to put some weld in and really burn it in. Everything fits up pretty nicely. Everything was acetone cleaned, and then I starred everything too with a cross buff. Looks pretty good. Yep, took most of the crap off of it. Now I'm just getting everything tacked up here. I'm using 3/32 4043 with this. I usually like 4043 because it's a little more, it handles heat a little bit better than 5356. And because this is going to be going into a big oven of 300-400 degrees to get powder coated, I'd rather just use 4043 in this. It'll just be a little bit better with the heat. You see the tacks. I mean, AC did pretty good. Cleaned up most of it. There's a lot of soot and there's a lot of crap in the material. So now we're going to start going for the second step. Just kind of pushing it on. A little bit of a pain because aluminum likes to move around quite a bit, but nothing we couldn't manage. So now we're going to be using, I have a bunch of just 1/4 inch pieces that were fall off when I cut everything down from 8 foot to 7 foot. And that's going to give me my 1 inch clearance I'm looking for. Trying to get 1 inch in between all the steps or the little bars. Try to give it a little bit of cleaning room. So everything, we're going to tack it all up. Running about 70% on cleaning action here on my little Everlast 185. Good little machine for the price. I love it. I have no complaints about it. If I ever needed more heat, I usually just preheat beforehand. Now we're going to start welding all this. Really letting the cleaning action do what it's got to do. There is quite a bit of crap inside of this material. As I'm welding it, the AC balance kind of kicks most of it out. Usually sometimes I'll come back and just cross buff it out or even Scotch Brite it, acetone it again. Try to get most of the crap out of it. Usually it wasn't too bad, but you just got to take precautions to make sure there's no porosity or contaminants inside of the weld. Good. Now you get the second step on. Now we're on the third step. I didn't really get much video footage of this one. GoPro was acting up throughout the day, but same thing as the second step. Same stuff. Just space it out to 1 inch in between the two pieces. And then get it where you need to be, clamp it, and start welding. Let the AC do its job. Do what you gotta do. Everything looks good on the third step. Everything welded pretty nicely. I was pretty satisfied with it. Just got to clean up the top of those pieces there. A lot of you are probably complaining, oh, it's warping. Later on, I can bend it back. It's usually not that much of a big deal. The other one kind of did the same thing in the end, but I ended up bending it back and it looks great. It's all straightened out. It is a step. It's not military or medical stuff, so no big deal. At least not to me. Now here we're putting on the fourth step. It's kind of like doing the same thing, but this one's going to end up being plug welded. So we're going from the top. We did a little bit of preheat action to help heat up that 3/4 inch piece because I'd taken breaks in between to let everything cool off. So preheated it for a good 10-15 seconds to get some heat into it. And then did the cleaning action, let it do its work, and filled it in. And it welded pretty damn nice. I was really happy with it. Now here comes the part where I'm doing the 45-degree angle. And this is all I really have for footage on this because my GoPro had acted up. But you kind of see how everything's work. It's going to end up getting just 1 inch the spaces in between everything. I'm going to stack it all up and then you clamp it and you tack it where you want it, then weld it up. And here's the actual steps. The first side's done. Looks great. This is before I polished it. And the second side, everything looks really nicely. So, like I said before, we're running just my little Everlast welder. We're running number 8 gas lens cup and a 17 series torch with 2% lanthanated 332nd filler and 4043 filler. So that's going to be the end of this video for now until I get back to doing the other part of this. I'm going to do another video on making the mounts for it for the truck itself. So thank you guys for watching this. Stay tuned. Hopefully I'll actually do some more videos like this. Let me know if you actually enjoyed seeing this. It's a little bit different from fishing and everything else. So thank you guys. Like, comment, and subscribe. Stay tuned for more of this, and I'll see you guys next time.